I guess I should probably get both of these in one piece so we can put it together. The deal with liquid measurement is, find my other one. I've gone to great lengths. The liquid measurement is just like the metric system in the sense that we use a goofy hard system compared to their incredibly easy system. And you talk about this. When are places or where do we use liquid measurement? You know, the thing about liquid things is, you know, if you're trying to measure like the size of this room, we could use cubes. Why can't you use cubes for liquid? Yeah, it's not a solid thing. It just kind of goes into a big long. I mean, it
just like
it flattens out into itself. So we need to, when we measure liquid, have to put it in containers, and that's what tells us what we have there. And we have these U.S. customary things, which I've tried to give you a little bit of a picture of, more or less. You have probably our biggest thing is this here gallon. And if you ever get stuck on what parts, what things there are in a gallon, I have Mr. Gallon over here. So like if you're taking a quiz, feel free to look at them. Not run up here because you can see. A gallon. Do I have a gallon jug here? Oh, I do. Here's an actual gallon. You've seen gallons before.
like a milk jug.
It is a milk jug, unless you get the smaller milk jugs, which are half a gallon. If you have a gallon, I'll smell that same. What do you say it smells like?
Wait, it's vinegar? Vinegar. I'll drink it.
If you have a gallon which is made up of 1, 2, 3, 4 quarts. Container there. A gallon also has 2, 4, 6, 8 pints. And a gallon also has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 cups. And it says that right here so you can see it. 4 quarts, 8 pints, 16 cups. If you want to get smaller, you know, if you wanted to get out the little spoon that you eat your breakfast with, how many of those little spoons would it take to fill up a gallon? 768 of them. So you'd have to sit there 768 times, taking your little spoon, you know. So if your parents gave you a gallon of soup to eat, you would take 768 spoonfuls to get to the bottom of that.
I would just put it up like
Your little milk carton, and here's kind of a thing I've never understood here. Your little milk carton, how many of you have milk for lunch? That little milk carton you have, do you know what it says on it?
half a pint.
What's it say?
Half a pint.
It says a half a pint, which makes no sense to me because guess what a half a pint is? Yeah, a half a pint. 1/2 a pint is the same thing as 1 cup. Why wouldn't they put a cup on there?
Because they're crazy.
Okay. So those are all our U.S. customary system ones. The metric system, look how tough this is. There's only 2 measurements there. You've got a liter, which is right here, and you have a milliliter, which, by the way, and here's the great thing about the metric system. See this little cube right here? This is a cubic centimeter. Okay, it's a centimeter by a centimeter by a centimeter. But whoever made the metric system was smart enough to say, I'm going to make solid measurement relate to liquid measurement because a milliliter, 1 milliliter, is the same thing as this cubic centimeter. In other words, if this was an open, like a box or something that could pour water into it, it would take 1 milliliter water to fill this cube up. So you can kind of move from solid measurements to liquid measurements because 1 milliliter is the same as a 1 centimeter cube. And that means this. Here, check this out. Where is it? Where's my big cube? Where's my big one? Let me take it. Who?
I don't think
Oh, here it is. They're right here. So you might not think so, but this is 1,000 of these little cubes. This is exactly 1 liter. A liter. This little liter thing is how much this would be. Because that would fit.
So
If I had a liter, do we have a liter?
If that was open, you could drink it. It would be a liter.
1,000 centimeters cubed is the same as 1,000 milliliters is the same as 1 liter. So it's so easy to convert. Here, well, look at. If I said you had 6 liters, how many milliliters would that be? 6 liters. 6 of these. If there's 1,000 for every one, if I had 6 of them, how many milliliters would I have? 6,000. That's right up there. Oh, it's good people are banging on my wall. Whereas if you talked about gallons, if I have 12 quarts, how many gallons is that? Now, see, now you have to think a whole lot because there's 4 quarts for every 1 gallon.
3.
So how many 4s can you take out of 12?
3.
And then the one thing really to know, 5th grade, is that how do quarts and liters compare? A liter is just a little bit bigger than a quart.
Why don't we just make a liter and then skip quarts and then go to pounds?
I would say, why don't we get rid of our American system and just go to the metric system?
Yeah, that everyone else has.
That's, see, rather than when you become president, rather than having your platform say you're anti-Trump, say you're the metric system and see if people will get behind you on
I
that.
bet they would.
No, they won't. They've been talking about trying to get to the metric system since I was a kid. And it just
And it never happened. Why did it never happen?